It doesn't matter what is usual. You must determine what you want for yourself. My partner and I have been together for over 7 years, and our relationship has grown stale. We are both unhappy, but we do not want to end our relationship, since we love and care about one another. Throughout the epidemic, we've both worked from home and put in enormous hours. Without a question, this has had an influence on our relationship, and our sex life has suffered as a result. Relationships, in my opinion, should be more than this. They should offer value to your life. We're more like flatmates right now. I've pondered breaking up with him, but money is an issue. I'm not sure I could afford to live alone, and my parents live too far away for me to live with them. Is this something that every long-term relationship goes through, or has ours just reached its end? You asked if it's the nature of every relationship to become moth-eaten, and while my strong conviction is no, I don't believe that's the question. This isn't about how other people's relationships are. It's about how you want yours to be. Every partnership on the planet might be described as flatmates, and it would still be legal to say I don't want that. So don't look at things just through the prism of what's expected. Examine your surroundings via the prism of what's worth desiring. Do you want to improve your connection with this individual or start over with someone new? It might be difficult to respond to that question from your vantage point. Every idea is trailed by clouds of analysis, and we get wrapped in loops of expectations and counterexamples. Is this typical? What constitutes a sound decision? What evidence do I have? But, when love comes to town, do you genuinely care for each other? Are you on the same page as each other? Is your relationship more like a high five, a wink, or anything else fun between equals? Can you imagine conversing with him for years? Do you have a habit of making each other laugh? If you answered yes, and you still want this connection, only better, it can be good to consider how to transition from love to want. Love is a ribcage expanding thankfulness for what we have, whereas a want is a craving for what we don't have, and they're virtually photonegative feelings. Desire responds to the imagination, while love responds to reality. Many attractive young women realize that the individuals who most desire them are the least equipped to love them. Conversely, many in your situation find that the person they adore is the least able to kindle their desire. But it's precisely this almost contradiction that makes a long-term relationship so enjoyable. You get to be both familiar and unfamiliar to each other. You get to play in that area, shifting aspects on each other. You can be kaleidoscopic, multitudinous, and paradoxical in your personality. To do so, you must assist one another in shifting. While many people recommend spending more time together, I believe it is sometimes more beneficial to attempt to rediscover the other in the role of significant other. Lean into what makes you unique, so you can contribute a piece of yourself to each other. If you want to modify your sex life as well, it's important to talk about it openly. Expect it to deteriorate as everything else improves. It might happen the other way around. Sex should make you feel liberated, joyful, and cherished. If it doesn't, it's worth investigating why in detail. Ask what kind of touch make you feel good, and then attempt to play together in those areas. Trust, closeness, and the energizing power of touch don't have to be directed at, or exhausted by, sex. When they don't, they're far better. Don't feel terrible if, after all of that, you still want to be in a different relationship. The first result when I googled how to tell whether you should break up with your boyfriend was because you googled this. Relationships need effort, but they don't have to be difficult.